Okay guys, we just discussed about what is web server, right? It is a software where our website is going to be, our website code is going to run, right? And now we just compare now our Python environment with our website, let's say, right? You know already how our Python file is going to execute, correct? So where like we will be creating our Python file with .py extension, correct? Now, so let's assume here I am created here first.py, okay? That first.py file, if I click on run button, so that is going to be taken care in by the PVM. PVM software means what? Python virtual machine. So that is a tool. Like other language, there are like compilers and debuggers, something, right? Same way, PVM is a virtual machine, Python virtual machine. It is going to take care of the execution, correct? Now, so that will execute like through the interpretation, since Python is an interpreted language, right? So then I will get all the code of my first.py is going to get executed or runs. Then I will get the output. That is the process in case of our Python code to be executed, right? But in case of website, how it will be, okay? In case of website, how it will be, or maybe I can say in case of Django project, let's or any website, right? How it will execute. So we will be writing on example. For example, www.xyz.com website is there, assume, okay? Some xyz.com website is there. That website, if we want to get output or anything, so there must be internally one web server should be, okay? So inside that web server, that website code we have to load or we have to store, okay? So maybe earlier conventional days, what they were doing, they are going to purchase big servers, okay? Big servers. In that server, they are going to load the that website code. Then they will be hosting that or maybe launching that website. But nowadays, what is going to happen? Everything became online, like cloud computing. Everything they are transition to cloud only. AWS cloud, Azure cloud, or so many different GCP, so many things, clouds are there. They will be deploying there only, so that entire world can access it, okay? That is the server kind of, like server is a software where it stores the entire website, like web server is a software where it will store the entire website code and it will be running that website code according to the user request, and it will process that request and give the output or result, okay? So this is going to happen in behind the scene. When we just click on www.xyz.com, it will follow that loop. Clear? So now we'll understand little more things. Any question up to this? Clear? How this is taking that, right? So now specifically we will understand, okay, how basic structure of website will look, what we can do with that, right? So it's simple. All the what are the steps involved to develop a website? Actually, we are going to, as a programmer, in this Django website development I am talking about, we will be using some editors to write the code. First thing, like people knows PyCharm, right? Yeah. So we will be writing code in the PyCharm, like using Python software. Then what we will do? Our website will be containing so much of code, like front end or back end, whatever the code you will write, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all those things, and functional code, business logic, all those things we'll write it, right? After writing that code, we have to store, or we have to run or upload. First of all, storing means we have to upload or keep entire website in the one place, okay, like centralized place we'll call it as. That is what we'll call like web server. So we will be storing in the web server. So like common hosting web servers like GoDaddy or Bluehost or WordPress is one of that, like we can do that. So many web servers are there, like hosting platforms are there, we can do that, right? And we can directly host through cloud like AWS, GCP, or maybe Azure, right? Many more things are there. Alibaba, Ali Cloud, that is China, right? So many things are there. So this web server software, what it will do? It will take our website code and it will run it, and it will give the output to us. Now we have to understand how that process will takes, and what technically, or maybe what technical terminologies are involved. This is like overview only we are talking about, not technically, right? So what are the technical terminologies involved in this process we have to understand. Correct. So let's see. First of all, when web server and client both are having internet, right, how they will communicate each other. So here client, in the web component or web cycle, web communication cycle, web server will be there, web client will be there, right? So web server is a software which will be serves the request from the client, right? And client is it is a system, or client is a browser software, we can call it as any web browsers, right? Like Google Chrome or Edge or Netscape Navigator, Opera. All these browsers are client actually. Okay, all these browsers are client. That clients are going to be installed in any system. That system should have the internet. When I open that Google Chrome and type the website URL and press enter key, then what happens? From there the communication is going to happen actually, right? So as a client, if you run that URL and press it, then automatically it will send the request to the server. It will send the request to the server. Then server will take the request. Based on the client request, it will execute the code present in that. Whatever the page I am requesting, maybe website will be having many pages. For example, home page, then login page, register page, and also contact us page, about us page, products page, services page, so on so. If I talking about like login page, if I am requesting, it will send me the output of login page. If I requesting about us page, it will send me the output of about us page, right? So that's what it will be going to execute the code accordingly user request. Okay, make sense? All of you clear? So now let us understand that. First of all, we should have Python and Python software and Django thing, how to install, I will tell you. Okay, so now here hosting process are like we are uploading our website to the server. That's it. Okay, nothing else. Now let's talk about. Yeah, we already discussed this. Web browsers are our clients. Web browsers are our client. When we enter some URL, okay, let's this is what very important to understand now. Very simple. Yeah, all our web server code will be here. Website code will be in the web server, correct? Many pages will be there. Website means many related pages will be there. Website is a collection of web pages or related web pages. Let's assume we have www.xyz.com. In this, almost many web pages are there. So now this web server is ready and it is up in the internet. Okay. Now as a client, I am entering my URL, website name, let's say www.facebook.com, gmail.com. Alright, all these things will enter. Same way, I am entering a www.xyz.com. After that, like web server, client, both should have the internet, right? So now after that, if I press enter key from the address bar, after typing that, what will happen? It will send the request. It will establish the link actually. Okay. So I am not going to talk about fully network things, what happens, that is the out of our context, right? But technically or programmatically it will send the request. That request is known as HTTP request. That request is known as HTTP request. What do you mean by HTTP? Hypertext Transfer Protocol request. So this internet communication follows some protocols, set of rules. like transferring or some all the rules we have to follow. So this is like HTTP request going to happen. Once HTTP request happens, then server will be triggered. It will understand what request is coming to me, right? So based on that request, it will try to execute the available code in the available pages, available code in that web server, right? So after executing that, after running that, it will not keep quiet. It has to, whatever the request client is requesting, it has to send back something to the client. That process is known as HTTP response. Okay, right? So sending a output or sending a response back to the client, known as HTTP response, right? HTTP response. So this HTTP request, HTTP response are very important in our website development and understanding our concept, right? So now that response will be containing output, technically, right? Response will be containing output. So let's say whenever you open any URL, basically as a entry point we will get home page only, correct? No, we will get home page only. So if you not mention any page like login or register or something differently, if you not mention anything, directly first page to load from the website is the home page, correct? No? So now first request I got to the server sent to me home page. Getting my point, all of you? How this is working, correct? Maybe it is like for somebody known concept or somebody unknown concept, but I assume you people don't know, so I'm telling, right? Clear? Cool. Now let's talk about, up to this any question you can raise or ask me. Clear up to this? Okay. Let's talk about types of websites now. Like tell me, types of website means not, I don't want website names. Okay. So types of websites means there are like a different kind, based on the behavior of the website we are categorized. Okay. Anybody knows types of websites? Yeah, very good. So there are two types of website mainly. First one is static website and second one is dynamic website. Okay, what makes static website means? Data or content of that website is fixed. Whomever opens, whenever you open, right? If I am open, content of that website is same for me. If you open also, that is same for you. If somebody else also opens, that content is same. So that is like static website. Any example for static website? Any example for static website? Sorry? IP address. No. I am talking about now. I am talking about an example for static web, not IP address. Yes.
HTML text image.
I am asking like, for example, www.com, facebook.com or instagram.com, like that. Any example, guys? Static website. Website name. I am asking. Flipkart. No, I don't think so. Flipkart is static. If I open for me, different things I will get. Yes. Wikipedia. Everyone opens. For me also same content I will get. For you also same content you will get, right? You will not get different content. It is constant, static, universal data, universal content for everybody, right? So that is best example for static website. Correct? Understanding? Correct, no? So same way, second one, as you mentioned, dynamic website, right? So already we understood what is dynamic also, right? Opposite to static is going to be dynamic. Whenever I open or somebody else open, content of the website will be dynamically gets changed. Best example is social media, like facebook.com, instagram.com. Based on your preferences, based on your pages scrolling, they will recommend you the different stories, different following pages. For you is different, for me is different, right? That is dynamic, right? If I, like in the Flipkart and Amazon and whatever, na, They are also like a different preference level only. They will share, they will send the pages, like animated pages, or maybe what we call that cards, that images, that products will be popping up with your preferences and interests, or maybe previous purchase, what category products will be purchased, same thing they will pop up. That is their business strategy, right? That is dynamic websites. Dynamic websites. Okay. So now static website means content will not change. It will be fixed for everyone. The content is static irrespective of how many users are accessing it, are using it, or maybe what time does which place, what time, which user accessing that website. That doesn't matter. Content will remain same. That is static website. Okay. But dynamic website is opposite to this. That's it. Nothing more than that. Content of website changes based on the individuals, based on the preference of the particular surfer or browsers, right? So based on the user who is accessing website, content of the website is going to refresh or change it. That is dynamic website. Okay. Examples, like as I mentioned, Times of India, like news websites, or maybe some blogs websites. All these things are, and Wikipedia. All these things are like static websites, and maybe some government websites also static. I can say for everybody it will be going to be same only. For me different scheme, for you different scheme. No, for everybody same scheme only. Government will cater for you. Correct? No, something like that. And dynamic websites, you know, like and one more thing, like static website design and development is very easy. Using basic things like HTML5 and CSS and JavaScript, that much enough for me, because there you are not going to deal with many things actually. Only you are rendering the static page. That's it. All the content you will write at once in the HTML page and you will render. That's it. That static website only HTML, CSS, JavaScript. If you know, you can create, you can develop. But coming to dynamic website, na, we may require to deal with many more technologies or many more things. Okay, like to give interactive behavior to the website. For example, we have to design the dynamic web pages for based on the one customer or one user to other users differently, right? So that we may require HTML, CSS, JavaScript, as well as some other frameworks, like if you are Java developer, you will go with different framework. If you are other C# developer, you will go with different framework. If you are Python developer, you will go with a different framework. This framework I am talking about, this is like web frameworks. Now, as a Python developer, we will follow web common and like frameworks. Web frameworks are like Flask, Django, then REST APIs, Fast APIs, different things are there. Okay, but commonly 80% industry follows Django right now because of its so many things supports in the Django. Okay, easiest way, right? Because of its flexible architecture as well, I can say that, right? So we will use here to create dynamic website, like something called Jinja technique or DTL language, like what I call Django template language, that is called as DTL means, right? And we may require database to store the data behind the scene, and we may require some ORM frameworks like object relational mapping frameworks to map the database into our website. So this concept we will talk in the coming days, I mean coming classes. What are those things? We will be understanding programmatically and practically, don't worry. But this is the overview, how we are going to start and what things you must know before starting. Okay, makes sense, everybody? Any questions, guys? What I am explaining, can you people catch it? Am I up to the mark? Means, am I fast or speed? Is it okay? Cool. Because like first class, na, I should understand your pulse. Otherwise, it should not become like one way. You should interact properly, right, to me. Now, let's move on. Awaited concept, coming to get start with Django, right? We are here to learn the Django concepts, correct? Now, what components, which are the main components used in the Django code, correct? These are the things we need to understand first of all. So, what are the components we are going to use, and how Django works, what architecture it works, we have to understand, right? So, mainly, Django will be, okay, having important components, something called view, template, okay, and URLs or models also we'll call it as, okay. So there will be views and templates and models, okay. So this will call it as actually MVT, model, view, templates. So Django follows MVT architecture, okay, MVT architecture. This is one of the interview questions they will ask. What is MVT architecture in Django, right? MVT means model, view, template. So we'll one by one we'll understand what is that view, what is that model, what is that template. When we are going with the flow, that will, without that we will not going to do anything actually. But you should know Django follows MVT architecture. M stands for model, V stands for view, T stands for template. Okay. So now here, according to our Django, when you are creating your Django application and storing in any server, okay, it will be having some views, some templates, some here I am showing this diagram. What is this? Database. Now this database directly related to models in Django, right? We'll talk about that. Okay, so that's what MVT. So these three things will be coupled. These three things will be coupled in the Django technology, right? So now when I write some website is already I deployed with using Django, right? Now when I write, maybe my user is trying to access my website, assume like www.xyz.com. they are entering in a web browser and pressing enter key. Now what happens when URL gets it to the enter key? What happens? HTTP request will initiate it. HTTP request will initiate it to the server, respective server. So now that HTTP request will go to my server. So now in this server, which component is going to receive that request? That is the thing we need to understand as per our Django. Correct? Now when one request is coming from my user, which component of my Django is going to receive that request? Either model or views or template. That we need to understand. So this communication are these things, if you understand, basically our Django is going to very easy. Okay. So first of all, when request comes, what happens? First thing going to be, request is going to the views first. Okay. First request, whatever the request, HTTP request will come, this will go to views. Still we don't know what is views, but don't worry. But you understand now. Okay. First request will go to views. Okay. In views, I can say view is a Python file something. Okay. There we will be writing some code, Python code only. Okay. This is just a clue. Will be view is a Python file. We will write some Python code based on the whatever the logic I want to perform, whatever the functionality I want to perform, right? That logic I will write. That's it. Okay. Now when request comes, it will go to views. In views, it will process that logic. It will work. It will execute that code. After that, what? After that, what? What next? After the view execution, what next? It will go to database or models. Okay. If views required any data to be fetched from the database, okay, then it will go to models and it will take the data. If it is fetching means it will take the data. If it is modifying means it will modify the data. It is saving or adding some data means it will add the data based on the requirement, right? So first request will comes to views, then it will go to models. or database. Okay, after that I am ready with my data. Right now I have to send back the data to the user as a HTTP response. So then what may be the next thing? It will go to, again it will go back to views with the data. After that, from the view it will go to template. From the view it will go to template. Now template is nothing but that is a directory where all my front end things are going to be present, like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or any bootstrap things. Okay, templates are going to contain front end part, HTML pages, CSS styling pages, or JavaScript dynamic content or something like that. Okay, so after templates, right, it will render the data. From the template it will render the data to the browser or client. Okay, to the browser. From the template here we will go to browser with the data, that is HTTP response. So since it is a first request, maybe home page. Okay, we will get home page, right? So other technologies, how that works, we don't know. Okay, we have discussed that as a overview, but in my Django, this is the steps. These are the steps. So first request will go to where? Views. In views it will carry on some task and execute the code. From there it will go to models. So from the models it will go back to views and go to the templates, and from the templates it will render the output to the client or web browser. Clear, guys? Understanding? So these steps are important. Same way we will do the coding, we will create the project, we will work on it, right? So these are, but here initial starting point only, you should be clear with these concepts. Okay, any questions up to this? Clear, right? Good. So that's what, like talking about we are MVT design pattern, our Django will follows, right? MVT design means M for model, V for views, T for template. So now Django uses MVT pattern creating our dynamic website. So here what is that? I will just talk about here. So here M means model, V means view, T means template. So model means it will be related to database, to the application. View means functional things, whatever the functionality I have to perform. Templates means front end part. Okay, front end part. So front end part means HTML, HTML5 or DTL will use, or CSS will use, JavaScript will use, right? All those things will come. And views, we are going to write Python file using Python functions or other concepts, using Python basic concept we are going to create the view functions. Okay, so coming to model means it is a database connection code. Clear? I think we are good here today as a starting point. Okay, we got some overview what is our Django going to do, and this Django is a powerful web framework, guys. Okay, it is going to have so many important and advantages over other frameworks. Okay, it is a very good it maintains very good scalability performance wise. Okay, because it follows different endpoints to work on. It will not put entire load to the server at a time. Okay, that's what maintains the scalability. I'm talking about features of Django something. Okay, scalability is more one of the important thing. Okay, and it works with database connection. It can work with multiple databases in easiest manner by changing some settings very easiest manner, right? So multiple database supports. Okay, multiple database supports, and also Django comes with good structure like MVT structure. All the codes are going to be properly organized. as a functional based or database based or maybe front end based. This is properly organized. And also one more thing, like Django comes with very good security, like ORM support in the database side, object relation mapping, that is called as like SQL injection is not going to happen. Like nobody can inject something to our database and nobody can leak our data. It will by default comes with that much security. Okay, so database and data security, it maintains very tighted manner. Okay, so that are the mainly important features, and many things are there. Will come while moving forward. We'll understand that features practically as well. Understood? And I think I will stop today with these things. Tomorrow we'll move on to the next things, like how to create. Our first thing is like how to install our Django in our system, and how to create the Django project as a basically as a first project, how we can create. And in Django project, what are the files or maybe important things when we create project? What are the things we will get? What are the stuff we will get in that project? And we will understand one by one. All those things we are going to do in tomorrow class. Okay? And I need everybody should bring the laptop tomorrow. Not only tomorrow, in every class. Everyone should bring the laptop. Why? Because whatever the command I will write, whatever the code I will write, once I explain and once I write, I will give time to you guys. You must write it and execute it. Okay? Then only you will understand by doing it. Otherwise, you can't. Even though if I not practice, or maybe if I not do some days or some months coding, I will forget. Because these technical things are like that only. If you not practice, if you not do, you will forget. For everybody same it is. Not for me, not for you. So that we have to practice, keep on touch. Until unless, since you people are freshers, until unless you get first job, you must practice it to get the job. After get the job, to save the job, you must do it coding. After get the job, if you be free, then they will send you back. Correct? You should do the job means you have to code. So that is your entire life cycle. You have to, without coding, you can't survive, something like that, right? So that is one of your life skill. You have to convert that as a life skill now. Coding is not just a technical skill. You should feel like that is my life skill. You should feel like that. If you do that, you can do. You can definitely feel easy. Maybe some days, initial days, you may feel difficult, but once you habitate, okay, it will be easy. Now what happens? If you not open 5 minutes WhatsApp or Instagram, you will feel very crazy, right? Oh, what's happening in, who is messaging me? Like that should happen. If you not open system 5 minutes or not code, your mind should think, oh, what I am doing? I am doing something wrong. So that much crazy thing should happen in your mind with your skill sets, right? I expect everyone are going to get good motto in your skill improvements, right? So you must do it. Nobody is going to help you guys, okay? Nobody is going to push you. Like many are there to push you back, okay? Not front. Think of it. You are the one going to make your career or maybe whatever the things to the next level, right? Your hard work, your dedication is matters. I may come and I may teach. After finishing the course, I am not there to catch everybody's request, correct? Here I will solve everybody request, everybody queries in the class. After that, yeah, I am going to wind up now. Okay, understood? So tomorrow we'll meet up with same time. Everybody should bring the laptop compulsory. Cool? Yeah. See you guys. Maybe after that.